Gum Gurupyo Namah. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 16, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. We began discussing the demonic values that arise in beings. Let's recall what was discussed in the previous shloka and then delve into the remaining demonic values. In the previous shlokas, it was mentioned that the demonic beings do not know the path of positive action or the path of negative withdrawal. They do not exhibit purity, propriety of conduct, or truthfulness. They say that the world has no true existence, is without a basis, has no fundamental principle, is not caused by reciprocal factors, as if asking, what else is there besides what is caused by lust? Deliberately holding to this view, these people who have lost their self-consciousness with little intelligence and of harsh actions come forth as unbeneficial, impacting the world's decline. Bearing unsatiable desires with pretentiousness, arrogance and madness, delusionally grasping false values with affection, they act with impure resolve. Shloka 11-12. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantamupashritaah kamopabhoga parama etavad iti nischitaah आशापाशशतैर्बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान्. Shloka Translation. Absorbed in infinite care that lasts until the day of death, having lust and pleasure as the supreme goal, firmly affirming such a path, bound by hundreds of cords consisting of expectations, subject to lust and anger. They strive to unjustly accumulate wealth for sense gratification. Commentary. These verses depict individuals consumed by endless anxieties, driven by insatiable desires for pleasure and convinced of their own correctness. They are bound by countless expectations, enslaved by lust and anger, and relentlessly accumulate wealth for sensual gratification. Despite the passage of time and advancements in civilization, human nature remains largely unchanged. True liberation cannot be achieved through external means. It requires a fundamental shift in consciousness. The pursuit of material possessions does not lead to lasting fulfillment. True wealth lies in inner contentment. By prioritizing happiness and peace, our endeavors become meaningful rather than mere extensions of our insatiable desires. Living a life driven by sensory gratification necessitates constant effort and accumulation, leading to bondage. We often mistake the outward forms of life for its true essence, become trapped in various social and personal constructs. True freedom involves transcending these limitations through contemplation rather than merely substituting one form of bondage for another. We must live without clinging to the outcomes of our actions, allowing our deeper, unconscious wisdom to guide us. The hoarding of wealth, often driven by insecurity, serves only to satisfy sensual desires, resulting in emptiness and detachment. True fulfillment lies in the circulation of resources and the cultivation of inner peace. Shloka 13-16. Idamadhyamaya labdam imam prapse manoratam idam mastidam me bhavishyati punardanam asau maya hata shatru hanishye chaparanapi ishvarohamaham bhogi Siddhoham balavan sukhi adyo bijanavanasmi konyosti sadrisho maya yakshe dashyami modishya ityagnya vimohitah aneka chitta vidbranta mohajala samavritah prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau. Shloka Translation. This I have acquired today. I will attain this particular end. This wealth is mine. That wealth will be mine. That enemy has been killed by me. I will kill others too. I am the Lord. I am the enjoyer. I have satisfied my ambitions. I am powerful and happy. I am wealthy and well born. Is there anyone else like me? I will sacrifice. I will give alms. I will rejoice. Thus deluded by ignorance, maddened by various thoughts, caught in the snare of confused values, addicted to lustful gratification, they fall into the impure hell. Commentary. These verses expose the self-aggrandizing pronouncements of those consumed by ego, who boast of their achievements, possessions, and power, believing themselves superior to others. They are trapped in a cycle of acquisition and self-glorification, driven by ignorance and delusion, ultimately leading to their own downfall. It is easy to recognize these traits in contemporary leaders, but it is crucial to examine them within ourselves. Selfish tendencies continually arise, and projecting them onto others only allows them to persist. Spiritual pursuits can also be tainted by ego, with the focus of accumulating merit or achieving specific outcomes. True spiritual growth involves humility and detachment from the fruits of one's actions. Adopting the same mindset as those we criticize only reinforces negative patterns. True transformation requires living by example, free from self-serving motivations. The ego, in its rawest form, is driven by primal instincts, leading to destructive behaviors. It seeks to dominate and control, forming alliances with like-minded individuals to maintain its power. Ego-driven actions are characterized by disregard for truth and justice, prioritizing personal gain over ethical considerations. This leads to a disconnect from reality and ultimately failure. Bhagavan Shri Krishna's critique intensifies, highlighting the subtle arrogance that can masquerade as generosity. Any fixed self-image creates a separation from the dynamic flow of life, leading to inner disharmony. The belief that material wealth signifies divine favor is vehemently rejected. True value lies in inner development, not external status. The pursuit of wealth often leads to corruption and spiritual downfall. Even spiritual leaders can succumb to the allure of power and admiration, disrupting the balance of their endeavors. True detachment involves inner transformation, not merely outward displays. The pursuit of happiness through external means is fertile. True security is found within, through psychological balance and connection to the Absolute. Shloka 17. Atma sambhavita stapta dhanamana madanvitaha yajante nama yajnaiste dambena vidipurvakam. Shloka translation. Self-complacent, stubbornly impudent, filled with pride and intoxicated by wealth, they only offer nominal offerings that do not conform to the scriptural rules. Commentary. This verse addresses individuals who, driven by self-righteousness, stubbornness, pride, and intoxication of wealth, engage in superficial rituals that lack genuine spiritual substance and disregard sacred principles. Those who manipulate others' vulnerabilities for personal gain, whether spiritual or material, are deemed particularly harmful. Self-complacent overrides reason, fostering a climate of aggression and intolerance. This behavior, fueled by hidden desires and financial incentives, perpetuates a cycle of negativity. The verse cautions against succumbing to fleeting trends or mob behavior, which can lead to detrimental consequences, while external pressures are inevitable. Allowing them to dictate our actions results in spiritual and personal harm. Further elaborations on the demonic values will be discussed in the upcoming videos. Subscribe for more wisdom. These verses are in Sanskrit and there are limitations in the language we are attempting to translate them into. Therefore, The translation may not be perfectly accurate in every instance. To gain a deeper understanding of any content that's been posted on this channel, you should present your questions to Guru and you will receive answers for them. This is the path of spiritual practice for our journey towards the Supreme. You can submit your questions by commenting below or by contacting us via this phone number +94 74 280 7193. May the blessings of the Guru be upon you all. Gum Gurupyo Namah.